Hey, how's it going? This is Matt, and in today's video, I have for you an Adventures of series. This time, the adventures of a horsey boy and his friends. Okay? So if you're not climbing the Diamond 1. Now, if you don't know what the hell I just said, or what the title means, or what exactly is a horsey boy, what am I, what does that mean? For those of you who haven't seen the thumbnail or haven't possibly inferred from some of the things I've said in the comment section or mentioned recently, I'm playing Crystal Beast, baby. Let's go. Yeah, so we got to Diamond 5 using a Labrynth, and yeah, in this video we're using Crystal Beast to climb to Diamond 1. So Crystal Beast is finally a viable deck in Master Duel. It finally got the structure deck support that it needed. That is, in the TCG, like the new Crystal Beast cards came out in a structure deck. In Master Duel, it comes out in a pack, right? But yeah, Crystal Beast is now finally a playable deck in Master Duel. Like, you can actually win and climb with this deck to Diamond 1, as you will see in this video. So, yeah, very exciting. For those of you who are anime enjoyers, M&A enjoyers, if you will, like myself, you would enjoy this deck. I do enjoy a good M&A deck. That's why I've always, I love this Dark Magician. I've always had a soft spot for heroes. Yeah, Crystal Beasts, me too. Like, I love me some Crystal Beasts. Why don't I do video climbing with heroes? Because turns just take too long. Crystal Beast turns are short. Labrynth turns are short. Dark Magician turns are short. I like decks with short turns. I don't want to waste time accomplishing something in more, like, if my goal is to accomplish a thing, right, get to from point A to point B, in this case climb to Diamond 1 or whatever it is, right, if I can do that same task in less time, why would I purposely choose to do it in more time? Now, granted, not every deck is like equal, right, obviously. In my opinion, Labrynth is still the best deck of the ones I enjoy if you want to climb. But, Crystal Beast, although not as good as Labrynth, is still very fun. It is very viable. And, yeah, the turns aren't that long, especially not compared to Hero. Heroes take forever and are hit by way more hand traps. So, yeah. So, let's get into it. For those of you who have no idea what the hell Crystal Beasts are, never seen this deck before, don't know how it's played, yeah, this is a good video for you. So right now, Crystal Beast is actually very good in the current format for two reasons. Number one, it is a deck that can main deck There Can Be Only One. TCBoo, There Can Be Only One, is very good in the current format, right? Spright, they're all Thunders. If you ever see Floowandereeze, they're all Wing Beasts. Sword Soul, they're all Worms, right? Mathmech, they're all Cybers. That new Punk, Synchro, whatever, Punk Synchro Zombies, mostly zombies, especially under Zombie World, right? What is it? Punk Ishizu or whatever. You have a bunch of Psychics, right? Or a bunch of Fairies. Either way, like, TCBoo is very good right now, okay? So if you can play a deck that can run both TCBoo and Gozen Match, you're gold. A lot of people ask me, why don't you ever play Altergeist? Because Altergeist cannot play Gozen Match, and it cannot play There Can Be Only One, right? It can only play Rivalry of Warlords and Secret Village of Spellcasters. Obviously, Secret Village is very good, but not being able to effectively play around Gozen Match is very sad, because Gozen has been the top floodgate for so long, right? Crystal Beast can't really play Gozen, even though the main two monsters are technically Wind, right? We do go into some light monsters, which makes it and some earth monsters, which makes it very difficult for us to play a Gozen Match. But TCBoo very easily, and Rivalry is the death touch. Rivalry absolutely wrecks this deck, so don't even think about it. What else can this deck can Crystal Beast play? Crystal Beast can also main Dimension Shifter. That's right. Crystal Beasts do not care about the graveyard. Why? Because after Crystal Beast monsters are destroyed, they don't go to the graveyard. They go to your spell trap zone. That's right, folks. So, yeah. Crystal Beast can literally play D-Shifter in the main deck, which is great. D-Shifter shuts off Spright Elf, right? Which means you only have to deal Gigantic, and they have to set up their end board without Spright Elf extending, right? So, a lot harder for Spright without access to their graveyard. If you're against Sword Soul, the Tenya engine is shut off, right? Changing and Shishao basically do nothing. What else is really good against Ishizu? Oh yeah, those grass decks that you're seeing. Ever since, by the way, the Ishizu cards are out, as I mentioned briefly before. What do Ishizu decks or decks that use the Ishizu engine like to do? They love to mill, right? So there's a lot of grass Ishizu decks running around. Guess what? They activate Grass is Greener. You chain D-Shifter. They scoop. That's simple, right? Or any deck that uses the Ishizu package. Oh, you mill Kelbeck, or and now you're gonna mill like 5 more. Chain D Shifter, right? GG. Like it's just Decks that can main D-Shifter are also very good right now, right? So, yeah. So I think Crystal Beast in a very good spot, as you'll see here. Will I show you the deck list? For those of you who've been to my channel, obviously no. You'll never see the deck list, ever, right? Anyway. So let's get into it. First duel, we have Crystal Beast versus... Game 1, Crystal Beast versus Branded Dragonmaid is what it appears to be. Okay. This deck does not pop up very often. But guess what, folks? Another deck that loses to Ishizu. They're all dragons. Like a couple fairies, but mostly dragons. Yeah. It's like take Branded Despia and add and remove their weaknesses, and you have Branded Dragonmaid. That's basically what it is, right? Because Branded Despia doesn't care about Ishizu. Branded Dragonmaid absolutely cares about Ishizu. That's all I can say right now. All right. So what do we have in our opening hand? Let's see here. We have... do we go first? No, we go second. All right. So they're going to Parlor Dragonmaid. Mill the fusion spell. Okay. The changeover. Yep. Recycle it. Branded Fusion. Albaz with Ghost Ogre into Albion. Okay. Albion, let me guess. Going to make a Mirror Jade. Oh no. Lubellion. Okay. Oh, I see. Because they want to recycle their resources. They want to recycle Albaz. Okay. Oh, Mirror Jade. Say it ain't so. Alright, Dragonmaid changeover into Dragonmaid Shio. Okay. So basically they're ending on 2 interruptions. The Mirror Jade banish, the Dragonmaid Omni negate, and I mean they didn't attempt to do any branded in red shit, so maybe this is a set branded in red? Who knows? I assume this is some kind of interruption. Let's see what we top deck. Ooh, D-Shifter. So I'm going to immediately D-Shifter. Why? Because if you D-Shifter, a few things happen. One, Mirror Jade effect is literally negated. Like, it cannot even be activated, right, under D-Shifter. That's another reason why D-Shifter is really good. D-Shifter is great against Branded. Another reason to play a deck that can main deck D-Shifter. So what are they going to do? They're going to Omni-Negate. You're using their one Omni-Negate to stop my D-Shifter. It's like, okay, cool. So that's one interruption down. So all I have to do is worry about this Mirror Jade, which, let's be honest, I'm not worried at all. So first, we're going to Crystal Bond. Almost always open with Crystal Bond if you have it because... Oh, and they're going to Maxi. It doesn't matter. Okay? So under Maxi, we do a slight change of plans. But anyway, so yeah. So Crystal Bond will almost always place Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. And then you'll use its effect to banish yourself to special a level 4 Crystal Beast from your deck. So Cobalt Eagle, if you, or Pegasus. Since I already have 2 Pegasus, so I search Pegasus. So Crystal Bond searches 1 in hand and puts 1 on the spell trap. So I searched Pegasus. I already had a Pegasus, so I had 2 Pegasus in hand. So I used Rainbow Dragon to search Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon to search both the Rainbow Dragon and special summon the Cobalt Eagle. So the level 10 Rainbow Dragon, which is the brick, unfortunately you need that in your hand for it to be for like this deck to work, right? And the way you get into your hand is you can search it off of Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon by banishing off the field. Okay, cool. Now what? Now, okay, Maxi drew the card. I'm gonna normal summon Pegasus. Pegasus is gonna set Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon in the spell trap zone. And now I'm going to immediately Baguska. So, yeah. I mean, I'm under Maxi, right? You know, they already got 2 draws. There's a Mirror Jade active. Yeah, I think Baguska Pass is rather than trying to go for any further plays. But to be fair, Baguska Pass is a very, very hilariously convenient strategy for this deck. Like, when in doubt, just Baguska Pass. When in doubt, if you're not sure what to do, Baguska Pass, and then figure out how to break their board later. So they're gonna Mirror Jade to set Albion, but it's gonna get, you know, they're gonna get negated. But they get to search Branded Fusion. Great. All right. So they're gonna Prosperity into, oh, Fusion Destiny. Say it ain't so. Fusion Destiny. Alright, we have a DP now to deal with. Now we have to deal with the DP and a Mirror Jade. Baguska got 3 more turns, or 2 more turns after this of doing nothing. Alright, I believe this top deck just basically is full combo at this point. Alright, Rainbow Bridge. Let's read what this card says. Add a crystal spell trap from your deck to your hand. Not once per turn, folks. You can literally run 3 of these in your deck. They ask you, you can play a second one on the same turn. So let's activate Rainbow Bridge, and we're searching Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. This is with the new spell that got released for Crystal Beast, and this is the spell. This is the game winner. This is one of the game-winning new support cards. There's more. So for example, I have a set card, which is also new, called Crystal Miracle. It's an Omnigate. It says when a spell trap monster effect is activated, destroy a Crystal Beast card, and then negate the activation and destroy the card. So basically, I can destroy this. So if they try to do anything fishy, like try to imperm my Baguska or Raigeki me, whatever, I can chain Crystal Miracle, pop the Rainbow Dragon, and then it's negated, right? Anyway, so I grabbed Awakening of Crystal Ultimates. Let's read what this card says. Quick play spell. You love when spells are quick play. Reveal a ultimate crystal monster in your hand. So this is why we need Rainbow Dragon to level 10, because it says this card is always treated as an ultimate crystal card, whereas Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon does not say that effect, right? So anyway, yeah, so reveal one in hand and then choose one of these two effects to do. One, either take a Rainbow Bridge card or Rainbow Refraction from your deck and add it to your hand and send it to the graveyard, or special summon a Crystal Beast monster from hand, deck, graveyard, or spell trap zone. So this is basically like an E-Telly, or it's like a Rhoda for spells, I guess, or like an Engage, I guess. It's like everything, right? So we're gonna use it to search the new spell card, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. This is the card that makes Crystal Beast good and playable, worthy of Diamond 1 status, worthy of whatever. Continuous spell trap. It says during your main phase you can normal summon a Crystal Beast monster in addition to normal summon. So you basically get 2 normal summons. Great. You'll love to see it. Ignores Max C, right? You can use each of the following effects of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy a Crystal Beast card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add a Crystal spell trap from your deck to your hand. Cool. So this is, you pop a Crystal Beast, you search a spell trap. Sounds awesome, right? Especially since when you pop Crystal Beast, they go in your spell trap zone, so you can bring them out easier later, right? But the second effect is even better. If a Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell trap zone, even during the damage step, so that means in either player's turn, you target a card your opponent controls, bounce that card and this card to the hand. So, yeah, this card is going to win me the game. So I'm going to activate this. And then I'm going to normal summon Ruby Carbuncle, because I can, right? Baguska is obviously going to defense mode it. I'm going to use... I'm not using Rainbow Bridge of the Heart yet. So DPE pops itself because of Fusion Destiny. It attempts to revive itself. I chain Crystal Miracle because I don't want it to come back. That's going to pop. So Crystal Miracle has to pop a Crystal Beast monster, right? So I'm going to pop Carbuncle. Carbuncle is going to go in my spell trap zone. And guess what, folks? Because a Crystal Beast got placed in the spell trap, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will bounce itself and Mirror Jade to the hand. So just like that, their board is just a freaking Dragonmaid. Who cares? How's Dragonmaid is worthless? Cool. Alright. Oh, attack position? No. You're going back to defense. Alright, cool. So Baguska. Serve this turn again. Alright, so let's go to attack position and put Rainbow Bridge of the Heart back. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will pop. So I'll normal summon Pegasus. Pegasus will place a card. So they're bouncing House Dragonmaid and the continuous spell. So here's the thing. Which is kind of weird because that monster is going to get bounced anyway, right? So it's kind of weird that they did that. But I think they wanted to get this in the graveyard, so they have extensions. Anyway, I'm going to put Pegasus in the spell trap zone because I don't have access. Because one Rainbow Dragon is on the field, one is banished, and one is in the hand. For those of you who don't know, Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon reads, when an attack is declared involving a Crystal Beast monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So I want it in my hand because when I attack, I get to special summon it for free, right? Now, we use Crystal Beast, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. We're going to pop Pegasus. And that's going to search us Awakening Crystal Ultimates. Now, remember, we used this last turn to search Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. And this turn, we're going to use a special effect, which is basically E-Telly, right? So check this out. So, Rainbow Bridge, because a monster got placed spell trap, is going to bounce their face-down card. So now, they have no interruptions, unless they have, like, an impermanent hand, right? So guess what? Battle phase. Baguska attacks for 21. Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. I'll reveal Rainbow Dragon, special summon Ruby Carbuncle. Ruby Carbuncle will special summon my entire back row. And that's game, motherfucker. That's 8k damage. Just like that. Just like that. OTK. Like, how insane is that, right? It's like... The thing that's hilarious about the Crystal Beast deck is, like, you look at these monsters and they look so bizarre. It's like, you have this 1800 attack, like, level 4. You have this 300 attack. It's like, what the hell does this deck do? Exactly. Nobody knows what it does. No, everyone underestimates it, but it can just win the game just like that, right? Game number 2, we have Crystal Beast versus Floowandereeze. People still be playing Floowandereeze while Shifter is at 2, no barrier statue, unbelievable. Although, one thing I'll say is a mistake, they're playing Jack in the Hand. Why is Jack in the Hand bad? You'll see very soon. Yeah, I've always argued against Jack in the Hand. People always ask me on my Floo videos, why do you not play Jack in the Hand? I don't like that card. There are better cards you can play. But there's this game, and then I think there's another Floo game later that will showcase why Jack in the Hand sucks. Right. Anyway, so very good opening hand here. You'll love to see it. So Pegasus, Maxi, okay, I don't care. So set my, place my Rainbow Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, banish it. To summon a second Pegasus, grab my Rainbow Dragon. You'll love to see it. Awakening, we'll search Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. They're gonna Ash, okay. All right, then Bagooska Pass. When in doubt, Bagooska Pass. You know that meme of the hand that's like slamming a big blue button or a red button? It's like Bagooska Pass. That's basically the name of this deck. Oh, look. All right, so check this out, folks. All right, it's a Floo player. By the way, Floo gets wrecked by Bagooska. They can't do anything. All right, Jack in the Hand says reveal 3 level 1 monsters. Your opponent adds 1 to their hand. You add 1 and then shuffle the rest, right? So they revealed, with Jack in the Hand, they revealed Robina, Eaglin, and Tokan. And I took Tokan. You do not take Robina. You take the Tokan. Why? Because Tokan is a one-of in their deck. If they don't have Tokan, that means they can't summon 2 big boss birds at any point, right? Because nobody runs 2 tokens. If you're running 2 tokens, you're asking to lose, right? And it's like, I mean, if they take either Robina or Eaglin, my assumption, because the map is on the field, is they have full combo regardless. So taking Robina away will do absolutely nothing. Same with Eaglin. Just take the Tokan. Let Tokan sit in my hand so they do not have access to it, right? That means any card that gets banished, they can't recycle without Tokan, right? If let's say I out M-Pen. M-Pen's in the graveyard. Streak can banish M-Pen. How do they get M-Pen back in their hand? They can't without Tokan. So this is why I don't like Jack in the Hand, because if your opponent is smart, they will not take Robina, they will not take Eaglin, they will take the one of. They will take the Tokan or the Street. Street is usually a one of, although some people who play Jack in the Hand might play 2 of them, which I think is a mistake. So yeah, Jack in the Hand is not a good card. There are better cards out there. Cool. So they're going to banish Street to summon Robina. Okay, cool. And Robina's going to get negated. Yep. It's like, well, I don't know what this guy thinks he's doing. Okay. Floo literally cannot play under Bagooska. Alright. Top deck Ash. So, oh, wait, you're playing a deck with Ash? Temporarily. So, this is early stages of my deck building process. I started playtesting Ash. I cut it later, so I don't have Ash in the deck anymore. But Ash is not bad. Like, it's fine. It's like, especially given that, you know, it can hit Spright, Gigantic Spright, right? Or a blue. Alright, cool. So, banish Eaglin, now Stree. Now they're going to make M-Pen. M-Pen goes in defense position. M-Pen only has 1,000 defense, folks. So if I really wanted to, Bagooska attack position, attack M-Pen. Right? Even if M-Pen uses its effect to cut Bagooska's attack in half, I still kill it. So yeah, this is not a good idea. And guess what? If I kill this M-Pen, how is he going to recycle it without Tokan? I guess Ryza is his only other option, right? But is he even going to be able to search Ryza? Like, he has to hard open it. Because, again, Eaglin is not being used right now, right? Dark Ruler no more? Cool. So anyway. Attack position, I normal summon the Cobalt Eagle. Yeah, because I have an Ash in hand. That's why I was okay with that. He did not chain block his tree for some reason. Oh, but he has Call By. Lame. Call By is lame. Alright, cool. So basically they're going into the they're going into Apex Avion instead of Ryza, I think. Oh no, there's a Ryza. So Ryza will bounce Cobalt Eagle, Pegasus to the top of my deck, and then Ryza to the hand. Okay, cool. Yeah, because they can't target Bagooska, because Bagooska in the attack position cannot be targeted. Okay. So I still run over your M-Pen. So, good stuff. Good chat. And they put Pegasus on top of my deck, so it's like, okay, so I have, well, like, follow-up. I'm just going to make Zeus just because I can. It's like it's a 3K body rather than a 2100 body, right? And M-Pen, I believe, Oh yeah, it does cut attack and defense. But the thing is, like, Ryza cannot run over Zeus. And if they bounce Zeus, cool. Zeus is back in my extra deck, like, whatever. But again, they don't have Tokan, right? So Stree is going to banish my spell, which is asinine, right? And then, okay, Ryza is going to bounce Zeus, Pegasus, and Crystal Conclave. These are all cards I want. Like, again, you're not breaking my deck. Okay, cool. So you'll attack, awesome. So this guy is gonna let me top deck Pegasus. That's cool. Literally my starter is Pegasus, and they're putting it on top of my deck so I can top deck it. Awesome. All right, normal. All right, let's see that Apex Avian. Do you have it? Oh yeah, I already saw it. So yeah, they already have it. But they don't have M-Pen. There's the bird. Cool. Dark Rule no more? Cool. Awesome. So I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to special Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Pegasus will crash. That's fine, but it goes in my spell trap zone. And then I kill Apex Avian. And now they don't have that either. So do they have any boss monsters left? Like, do they have a second M-Pen? If they're smart, they have a second M-Pen, right? So Ryza can't deal with this Rainbow Dragon, and Ryza can't bounce itself anymore, so what's the game plan? So anyway, I shotgun Conclave. So let's read what this says for those of you who are not familiar with the archetype. This is not a new card. This has been around for a while. Continuous trap. Once per turn, if a face-up Crystal Beast monster controls destroy a battle card effect, you can special summon Crystal Beast from your deck. Cool. You can send this face-up card on the field or graveyard and target a Crystal Beast card you control, and a card on the field, bounce them to hand. This card would be so much better if this bounced itself back to the hand rather to the graveyard. Yeah, like Crystal Beast would actually be tier 0 if that was the case. All right, not tier 0, tier 1. Fine. More, it's like, ooh, Raigeki. Cool. So now Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon gets destroyed, goes into my spell's trap zone, triggering Crystal Conclave, and I get to special summon Ruby Carbuncle from my deck. And guess what? When Ruby Carbuncle is special summon as many Crystal Beast monsters as possible from your spell trap zones. So Raigeki triggered this. So him using Raigeki made my field stronger, right? I had one monster on my field, he Raigeki'd me, and now I have 4 monsters. Yeah, I'm going to send another Pegasus. So now I have 2 3K bodies against this 2800. What are you going to do now? What's the game plan, right? You don't have Token. It's in my hand. This is why you don't play Jack in the Hand. It sucks. So their game plan is a Zeus play, right? So they didn't use any of their bird effects. They're going to Prominent Thrush. Wait. Oh, if another monster you control battles, increase that monster by 300. So they're going to try to make Ryza 3100. Okay, cool. Battle phase, and then I'm going to just bounce Pegasus and this monster. And guess what? The materials, Robina and Stree, go to the graveyard. So if they don't have another Stree, that means their only birds that they have live is Eaglin and Robina. Let's see. Do they have another Stree? I don't think they have another Stree. If they're smart, they don't have another Stree. All right. So Ryza will kill Ruby Carbuncle, which will just put it back in my spell trap zone. Oh no, evenly matched. Evenly matched versus for 3 cards. So I just have to banish Pegasus, right? But again, I have 2 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragons, and they don't have access to Tokan. They don't have access to M-Pen. Apex Avian is gone. Ryza's it's ogre. It's completely ogre. Yeah. How did I just completely wreck this dude? Play Crystal Beast. That's the thing. When you see it, you can't believe it. That this deck can actually win. All right. Duel number 3. We have Crystal Beast versus Spright with the little Chaos or Dark Beckoning Beast package. Whatever. It's garbage. Let's play a better level 2 package. Why do you need the Chaos Beckoning Beast? Is it just cheap? I don't know. Budget? Alright, so still playing Ash in this iteration. I open cracked. This is a cracked opening. Alright, so they did E-Telly into Gamma, blue, Frog, blue, searched Jet. Yep, I'm gonna try to Ash Gigantic Spright, but of course they opened their one of Crossout Designator to negate Ash. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone, I feel like most combo decks are running double call by Crossout, so it's fuck it. I end up cutting Ash because it's I don't even want to bother. I'd rather run Imperm. Imperm is better because it can't get call by, but it can get Crossout. Anyway, So there's the elf. Okay. What did Jet search? I assume starter. Yep, starter. Okay. More frogs. Okay. IP. All right. Let's see what my god, the god top deck is gonna be. Oh, oh, oh! Dark Ruler no more top deck. You love to see it. You love to fucking see it. Goodbye. So now we use Crystal Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. They're gonna Spright Elf for no fucking reason. Goodbye. Yeah, it does nothing. Crystal Bond. We'll search Pegasus, your starter, and then place Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, which will trigger Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, bouncing Spright Elf. Goodbye, Spright Elf. Rainbow Bridge comes back. We banish this to summon Cobalt Eagle. Search the Rainbow Dragon. Normal Pegasus. Pegasus will set another Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will pop Pegasus. Search Awakening of the Crystal Beast Ultimates. Battle Phase. Kill IP. Awakening. Show Ruby Carbuncle. Bring out Pegasus and the Rainbow Dragon. Pegasus will set another Pegasus. Kill Carrot, because Carrot is stupid. Now we're gonna Bagooska, baby. Let's go. Set 2. So Crystal Conclave Miracle, like this. By the way, this back row is godly. Let me explain to you how this interaction works for those of you who are not familiar with this interaction. Right. First, I'm gonna shotgun Crystal Conclave. Why? Because remember, this card has 2 effects. One, while it's face up, says if a Crystal Beast monster is destroyed, I can special one from the deck. Right. Cool. This card says I can negate a card by destroying a Crystal Beast monster. So let's say they play a card like Raigeki, or I don't know, just they play some annoying card that is gonna mess me up, evenly matched, whatever. I chain Crystal Miracle. I pop Ruby Carbuncle. Ruby Carbuncle's effect will put it in the spell trap zone. And then because at the end of that chain, Conclave will trigger, and so will Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Conclave will summon another Crystal Beast from the deck. I can do whatever I want. I could do a Rainbow Dragon. I could do Pegasus, whatever. And Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will trigger, bouncing one of their any card on their field I want to their hand. And I still have Conclave's second effect, which allows me to bounce yet another card on their field to their hand by bouncing Pegasus back into my hand. So again, I have so not only do I have Bagooska floodgating them, preventing from using monster effects on the field, but I have 3 interruptions, right? Like you couldn't even tell by just looking at this deck. Like, well, I have a little cat thing. Like, how is this deck good? I still can't believe it that this deck is actually good. All right, so Elf comes out. Ronin Toad. Okay, cool. All right, so Elf is gonna attempt to summon. I'm gonna Crystal Miracle. Pop Ruby Carbuncle, negate and destroy Elf. Conclave will summon a monster. I'll summon Pegasus, just cuz, right? And now they're going to go into Hida, the Fire Charmer, because they want to Link Climb. So they want to revive Ash and then Link Climb in, probably into Nightmare Unicorn. But guess what? I have Conclave. Conclave will bounce. Will send to the graveyard to bounce Pegasus to my hand and Hida back to their hand. And then they have nothing. That's it. I have OTK, right? Because on my turn, I can literally use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, normal Pegasus. Like, I have game, right? I have a lot of damage. The game is over. It's completely over. So, yeah. Crystal Beast just destroying everyone. Game number 4. Crystal Beast versus 50-card Floowandereeze. Oh, God. This motherfucker's running 3 Stree. Yeah, I mean, so they're running Jack in the Hand, so they decided to go 3 Stree, which is hilarious, but also really sad. Folks, Floowandereeze, if this guy's watching my video, if anyone watching my video think about building Floowandereeze, Floowandereeze has a gigantic consistency problem. You do not solve that consistency problem by making it a 50-card deck. I'm sorry, that's just not how you do it, right? And this person is in Diamond making this decision. This person unironically made a 50-card Flu deck in Master Duel Diamond, and they're ranked in Diamond, right? I mean, I think they were like Diamond 5 or 4 at this point. Like, who knows? I don't know. Who knows where they are now? But yeah, unironically, someone made a 50-card Flu deck with 3 Stree. All right, pretty good. Solid opening hand. Do I go first or second? I go second. Cool. Extrav. Jack in the hand. Show me Robina, Eagle, and Shree. I'm taking the Shree. I always take the Shree or the Tokan. I mean, I didn't know they had 3 Shree until later this duel. Okay. Yep. So this dude appears to be going for the 2 boss monster opening, where he's going to end on M-Pen and the Big Bird, the Apex Avion, I believe, if I'm understanding this, if I remember this correctly. Yeah, so they're on it, ending on M-Pen and the Big Bird, so which is unfortunate because I have evenly matched, right? But I also have Rainbow Bridge of the Heart in my hand, so let's start with activate Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. My first goal is to bounce this Apex Avion back so that I can evenly match, right? They're gonna negate it with Apex Avion. That's very interesting. Attempt to enter. All right, so they're gonna immediately. So I attempted to enter battle phase, and they immediately flipped Dreaming Town. Okay. By the way, I opened TC Boo, so regardless, like there's no scenario where they're actually gonna win because I have TC Boo, right? Like let's just be honest here. All right, back comes Apex Avion. They have a second negate. Cool. So I want this guy. I want Apex Avion back in their hand because I want to be able to flip TC Boo without interruption. So that's gonna bait the bird. Okay, cool. Now I can actually do stuff. Cool. All right, Rainbow Bridge, Crystal Bond, Crystal Bond. Add Pegasus. Put the thing. Banish to special. Pegasus. Add Rainbow Dragon. Okay. Set. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna shotgun Conclave, and then I'm going to allow them to wait till the map activates, right? Because food players always open with the map, right? And then I chain TC Boo, so that's gonna make the map fizzle. So they still gotta banish a card from their deck, but they can't normal summon anything. So they just set and then end, and then I bounce Pegasus and M-Pen back, and they discarded M-Pen, which is kind of funny, but I guess they probably have another Shree. Yeah, they have another Shree in rotation. Okay, whatever. Dark Lord no more. Cool. Pegasus. They're gonna Veiler my Pegasus. Sure. And then they're gonna normal summon Tokan. Cool story. Again, you're under TC Boo, my guy. Why haven't you surrendered? Are you trying to dig through your 50-card deck for your 1 copy of Lightning Storm? Yeah, I noticed they had 1 copy of Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm won't save you because you have face-up cards. So, what is your out? Harpies? Again, 1 copy in a 50-card deck if you have it. So they show me again 3 monsters. I always take the Shree. Okay. Like, what's the play here? I don't see what their play is supposed to be. Okay. Cool story. Yep. Ryza. Yep. Okay. Oh. So they're trying to recycle the unexplored winds because they want to be able to tribute away. Okay. A lot of gymnastics you're doing there. So let's activate Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Pop Pegasus. And then Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will bounce Unexplored Winds because I don't want to deal with that. So I'll reactivate it. Normal summon Pegasus. They can't map, right? So then I normal summon Cobalt Eagle. Win the Wind Charmer, baby. By the way, all this under TC Boo. Pegasus is a beast. Cobalt is a wing beast. Win the Wind Charmer is a spellcaster. Oh look, I'm gonna revive their M-Pen. Their M-Pen is a wing beast. Lol. Attack. Attack. Awakening. Ruby Carbuncle is a fairy, folks. That's right, a fairy. Bring out Pegasus and the dragon. Yeah, and they're gonna scoop because they dead. They dead, yo. Yeah, see? TC Boo easily played around. So easily. So, yeah. Easy game, easy life. Game number 5, we have... what is this? What is this? Crystal Beast versus Spright with a single Eldritch. What the fuck? What's the point of that? I mean, Eldritch can revive itself and, like, send... Oh, Runick Spright with a single Eldritch. I really don't understand the point of... I really don't understand the point of Eldritch here. They just want a big body that they can summon because most of their stuff is back row. Like, okay. Why not play a Sky Striker package? Like, there's so many... I don't know. Just, so fun. Just randomly a single copy of Eldritch. Alright, cool. So that's Runick Spright. I guess this set place a Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow Dragon will summon Cobalt Eagle. Search the big Rainbow Dragon. Get Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. Awakening will grab Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart activates. I'm gonna pop Pegasus. Search Crystal Conclave. So I have Crystal Conclave with TC Boo. So pretty good. Pretty good. So I did not go Bagooska Pass this time. Flip. Okay. Runick Flashing Fire. Special summons this. Okay. I'm gonna Ash that search. Okay. Jet will search starter. And then I'm going to flip TC Boo. And now they can't go into Gigantic. Goodbye! Yeah. Easy game, easy life. Game number 6, we have Crystal Beast versus Spright. Yeah, with the little Dark Beckoning Beast. Alright, pretty solid opening. So Foolish Burial Goods will mill Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. So let's read what this says. Ignore the first half of the description. The second half says, you can manage this card from your graveyard, add a Crystal Beast monster, and one field spell from your deck to your hand. So a double search. So literally, Foolish Burial Goods is a starter, because I can manage this. Oh, and they're going to Ash. Lame! Dude, Ash is such a lame card. It's such a lame card. It's like, alright, minor inconvenience time. Alright, cool. So, Cobalt Eagle. Pegasus. Imperm. Oh, say it ain't so. By the way, folks, this deck is going to play through Ash and Imperm, as you'll soon see. So, yeah, so both of these got negated. So, I'm going to use this to search Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will give me an extra normal summon. So, out comes Pegasus number 2. So, all those negates... Just so I can end up in the same end board, basically, that I was planning on ending up in, right? So, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart will pop Pegasus. So, very important. Notice that Cobalt Eagle and this Pegasus are negated. When Crystal Beast monsters' effects are negated, they go to the graveyard when they're popped. So, do not pop them, unless you want them in the graveyard. So, I'm popping the new Pegasus that is not negated, because that Pegasus will go to this here, right? And then I search Conclave. And I'm going to set TC Boo and Conclave after going Bagooska, right? So, Bagooska, Conclave, TC Boo. So, despite an Ash and an Imperm, I still ended on a very, very, very good board. It's almost as if nothing happened. This is why I don't like playing hand traps in general, or decks that play hand traps. Hand traps are so underwhelming. They're only good against rogue matchups. Like there's plenty of rogue decks out there where you get hit with one hand trap, your turn is over, and you just lose, right? There's a lot of those, right? But against non-rogue decks, decks that are actually viable, they're so weak, right? Like, so I'm pretty sure in this iteration deck I already cut Ash, because I tried it for a little bit. I'm like, wow, Ash is fucking useless. Why am I playing this card? It just doesn't do anything, right? Anyway, so Dragonmaid comes out, defense mode, Spright Red. Immediate TC Boo, no L for you, and then pass. Yeah. And I have OTK next turn because basically they have to pass because they can't go into anything. Conclave bounces Pegasus to my hand, bounces whatever, right, let's say red, right? And then on my turn, I normal Pegasus, set another Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow's the Heart pops Pegasus, searches Awakening. Because Pegasus goes into the spell trap zone, Rainbow's Heart will bounce their other monster, Dark Backnades, and then their field is open. And now I use Awakening Crystal Ultimates, bring out Ruby. Obviously, Baguska's in attack position, right? Ruby Carbuncle will bring out double Rainbow Dragon with the Pegasus, and it's game. So, yeah. Again, it's hilarious how good this deck is when it has absolutely no right to be. It's like, how did this deck suddenly go from being non-existent to being good? It just needed like two or three. Oh, hold on. We got Crystal Miracle, we got Rainbow's of the Heart, and we got Awakening. Yeah, three new spells and traps got added, and it made the deck viable. And now imagine if Dark Magician gets new cards all the time, the Dark Magician archetype. Imagine if we got one good card, right? We don't even need that many. Like one good fusion spell, one Link 1, one Link 2, and we're done. The deck will be solved for the remainder of time. Anyway, duel number, where are we at? 7. Crystal Beast versus 60 card Grass Ishizu Shaddoll. So, oh yeah, this is that with the fucking Herald package. Yeah, this is the deck that's been running around since the Ishizu package comes out. I'm sure y'all have seen it. A bunch of fairies with the Ishizu cards, maybe a Shaddoll package or two. The Heralds, yeah, this is just super obnoxious deck. But we still gonna win, so yeah. Pretty solid opening, okay. Do I even have Maxi still, or did I cut it? So I'm gonna Pegasus, and they're gonna immediately Orange Light with Eva. By the way, a 60 card deck opened Orange Light and Eva. How insane is that, right? It's like you can't ask for a crazier combination. 60 card, by the way, open Orange Light Eva. Anyway, so Pegasus is gonna get negated and gonna get destroyed, but he's gonna go to my spell trap zone. Okay, cool. And then Eva's gonna do a thing and get another Orange Light. Cool. So I'm gonna set Conclave because Conclave is an interruption. I can bounce Pegasus plus one of their cards, and I have evenly matched for follow-up. 60 card deck also draws Grass. Go figure. Grass is at 2, by the way. So yeah, they just mill everything. Eva's gonna search more fairies. Shaddoll Core is gonna recycle. Shaddoll Beast, Shaddoll Wendy, Shaddoll whatever. So yeah, let's maxi this bitch. And of course, so I knew they had Orange Light because they searched it. But not only do they have Orange Light, they have yet another fairy in their hand. So they opened fucking 3 fairies, including an Orange Light in their opening hand. And the fairy that they opened was a Gito, which is a 2 of that will allow them to mill. So how convenient is this motherfucker's opening hand? Seriously. Alright, Maxi's got negated. Alright, fine, whatever. So Shaddoll Dragon comes back. Herald of Greenlight, okay. Diviner of the Herald, alright. Agito comes back. Or Agito activates, mills some cards, which is good because Rainbow Bridge of Salvation is a card I want in the graveyard, so that's cool. Salvation, Rainbow Bridge of Salvation will search me. Pegasus and Necro Valley. Yes, there is an in-archetype Crystal Beast card that searches Necro Valley. Yeah, so that's another reason you want to play Crystal Beast. Especially now when there are fucking grass decks running around. Adamancipator, grass, like whatever. Just play. Alright, so Diviner. I'm going to flip Conclave. Just because in case I need it. So why do I do this? Because Diviner's going to become level 6. And if they flip a level 4, that means they can make Baron de Fleur, right? That's my guess anyway. So Calbeck is going to mill more. Shaddoll Fusion. Shaddoll Fusion will... Okay, make Construct. So Construct will do a thing. Dragon will attempt to pop Conclave, but I'm going to chain Conclave, bounce, send itself to bounce Pegasus and Shaddoll Construct. And now they send Wendy, and Wendy's going to banish some cards, I guess. Oh no! Oh, I guess losing Ruby Carbuncle is kind of annoying, but again, it's not going to matter, as you'll soon see. There's Baron de Fleur. The hilarious thing about these Ishizu grass decks is that their main goal is to just make Baron de Fleur, right? Because Diviner becomes level 6, and then all their fairies are level 4. Like, that's it. That's their entire game plan. Just end on Baron de Fleur. Wow. So I'm going to go ahead and just hard activate Necro Valley. They did not negate with Barone, which means their graveyard can no longer be used, which means they can't recycle. They can't get Snow back. They can't recycle any of their Shaddoll cards. They can't use Eva. So yeah, they allowed Necro Valley to go through. They did not negate it. I'm very surprised. So Pegasus will place a card. And they negate Pegasus. Okay. And then I set Conclave. So oh man, so Barone used their 1 negate to negate Pegasus. Alright, cool. Shotgun Conclave, bounce Pegasus, and Barone. And then they scoop because they're under Necro Valley, and I have Pegasus as follow-up. Literally, what can they do? Nothing. They can't do anything. That's how easy it is, folks. Just play Crystal Beast if you want to win. Or, Labrynth, obviously, because Labrynth's best deck, right? Duel number 8, we have Crystal Beast versus Spright with, Live Twin package. Live Twin Spright. Ooh, with Ibly. You got Ibly, we got a Scythe. They got everything. Yeah, arguably the best or second best iteration of Spright, but alas. Let's get into this. All right, let's see. Opening D shifter, you love to see it. So they're gonna summon Swap Frog, and Swap Frog will mill a card from their graveyard. I'm gonna chain D shifter so that whatever they mill gets banished. Yep, there goes a frog. Spright blue. So basically, their Spright elf will be unusable, right? But they go into red. Okay, gigantic. Get carrot. So they were not able to go into elf or IP because they kind of fucked themselves if they do. So they just have to do with the red and a carrot. Cool. Let's see what our top deck is. Ooh, Rainbow Bridge with a heart. You love to see it. So let's do regular Rainbow Bridge. They're gonna immediately negate with carrot, which is bizarre to me. Oh, okay, that's cool. Battle phase? Evenly match, baby. Let's go. All right. And they banish carrot and red, by the way, which is hilarious. It's like I'm pretty sure for most Spright players only play 1 carrot and anyway, that's funny. Anyway, Rainbow Bridge of the Heart comes out. I normal summon Cobalt Eagle. I pop Cobalt Eagle. They ash. They're gonna ash this. Unbelievable. They actually ashed Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Okay, that's fine. All right, gigantic. Bring out blue. Blue. Bring out jet. Yep. It's always blue into jet. It's so. Wow, how original. Blue into jet. And then we have another jet. There's the elf. Okay. There's another gigantic Spright. Okay. So with 3200, they're going battle phase, and then they kill Cobalt Eagle, which will place it here, and then I'm gonna use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart to bounce their other gigantic Spright, so they can't do as much damage to me. And since they're locked into level 2 rank 2, they can't make Zeus, right? So then they just go elf pass. Okay, cool. I guess. Alright, cool. Let's start with Foolish Burial Goods, because we're no longer on a D shifter. They're immediately blue. Okay. When in doubt, just blue, right? Like, who cares what blue does? Nothing. Oh, are they out of targets? Blue effect is not activating. That's funny if they're out of targets. Let's see. 2 jets in the graveyard. A blue in the graveyard. Can blue search itself? No. Yeah. Carrot banished. Oh, jet also banished. Wow, they literally ran out of targets. That's hilarious. D shifter for the win. Anyway, a Rainbow of Salvation. Search me Necro Valley. Pegasus. So I'm gonna bounce their back row. Special Pegasus. Get the Rainbow Dragon. Normal Pegasus. Set Rainbow Dragon. Rainbow Bridge. We'll pop Pegasus. Add Awakening. Awakening will bring out Ruby Carbuncle, baby. Let's go. All right, let's end this dude's entire career, and then they're just gonna pass. Yeah. I was gonna do lots of damage, assuming you don't die. I can just Baguska and then kill you next turn. Like again, it's like comical how good Crystal Beast suddenly became. I still can't get over it. All right. Before we get into duel number 9 and duel number 10, for this segment of the video, ding 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 ding, we have some bonus duels for you. So yes, this is an Adventures of video for me playing Crystal Beast, Diamond 1, but I really enjoy playing Labrynth. So I got a couple Labrynth games in here that just want to throw it in here just so y'all can, for you Labrynth enjoyers who are salivating for more mommy Labrynth content, for more armpit mommy content, I have a couple Labrynth games here for you. So let's get into bonus duels. Duel number 9, we have Labrynth versus Evil Twin Spright. Cool. And this dude's name is Dark Magician. Have you no self-respect naming yourself Dark Magician while playing Evil Twin Spright? Come on, man. Or Spright Evil Twin, whatever you want to call it, right? Have some self-respect. So yeah, so we are playing Labrynth in this one. Just because, as fun as Crystal Beast are, I still have more fun with Labrynth. So I snuck a couple games in there, alright? Sue me, right? But still, Crystal Beast, very good. Get you the Diamond 1. Just watch the rest of this video and you'll see, right? Alright, so anyway, what did I miss? Desires, Gigantic Blue, Jet, Dagda, yep, so far so good. Starter, Scythe in the middle column, okay, Red, yep. Elf. Cool. Make the Kissy Kill. Revive Lilla, make the Lilla. Revive Kiss-a-Kill, yep. All according to plan. Oh, look, another Kiss-a-Kill. Alright. Set 5. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What is this set 5 nonsense? Alright. So, I opened Double Virus, which is very interesting. So, oh, I remember this game. Yeah, this is a very funny game. So, activate Lord, no red, right? Set 4. I'm not going to bother with the field spell because they're just going to revive Lilla and pop it, right? So, oh, they revive. Okay, revives blue, sure. Blue, red, yep. Smashers. They're Spright players and their Smashers. They're using their one copy of Smashers. This is their one and only copy of Smashers in their entire deck. They're using it right now to try to snipe a random card, and they snipe Solemn Strike. Cool. Good job. Good freaking job. And then they summon blue. All right, cool. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna immediately punishment. Take out this elf. Chainlink 1, Entis. Let's pop this card here just in case it's an imperm. Chainlink 2, Lord. Summon itself. Get me my welcome Labrynth. Oh, it is an imperm. Dude, my imperm guessing skills are next level. Like they're beyond human comprehension. I'm a motherfucking sorcerer is all I gotta say. Anyway, so again, this is all in draw phase. We're gonna shotgun deck devastation virus. Why? Because their entire deck is fucking garbage little monsters, like, right? So look at this. Tribute Lord. Their entire hand. Oh, Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom, Red, Lilla. That's all of it. Gone. Just completely fucking gone. Just like that. Hilarious. And now, they pass. I get to draw a card. I get to activate Labrynth, which enhances the power of my welcome Labrynth, which was going to pop one of their cards. I'm going to swing for 2,900. I'm going to, in the battle phase, use Eradicator Epidemic Virus, Tribute Lovely, call spells, pop whatever face down, maybe it's a spell, maybe it's a trap, whatever. Use my field spell to revive Lovely. Lovely will swing again, and then in main phase 2, Lovely will recycle Dogmatica Punishment, and then they're going to be under 2 viruses. They're under Deck Devastator, which will kill all their monsters, and they'll be under Eradicator, which will kill all their spells. Like, how much more can you dominate someone? Like, I'm just saying, like double virus. Normally, I don't like seeing viruses going second, but because their end board did not contain a carrot or an IP, it was okay. It worked out, right? So, I also don't like seeing the field spell going second, but it worked out because it just, it's beautiful. All right, second bonus duel here. Duel number 10. We have Labrynth versus, oh jeez, Grass Adamancipator with the Ishizu package. So Grass Ishizu Adamancipator. Cool. Cool story. I believe I go second here. The fact that it's 6 turns means I probably go second, because, yeah, I break their board, then we enter a grind game. Whereas if I went first, and I put a bunch of floodgates, they would just scoop, and it would not be 6 turns. So, anyway. Oh! Sphere mode, in hand. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to go second, open sphere mode. Of course, a 60-card grass player. Dude, I swear to God, I swear to fucking God. Every time I play a 60-card deck, grass deck, they always open it. How incredible is that? It's like every time I play Sky Strikers, they always open like 1 or 2 ashes. Grass players always open grass. It's incredible, despite being a 60-card deck. And yet, sometimes I can't open Lord of the Heavenly Prison to save my life. Sometimes, you know, it's just bizarre to me. Or like a sphere mode, right? It's like I would love to open sphere mode every time I go second. Why can't that happen? But no, it only happens 1 every 4 games. I go second, or maybe 1 every 3 games. Anyway, so Punk Ziame. Oh, there's a Punk package in here. Cool. Tribute a thing. Summon Foxy Tune. Ooh, Block Dragon. See, the thing about sphere mode is when you have it in your hand, you can just drift away, go AFK, go refill my water, maybe grab a snack from 7-Eleven, right? Come back when their little 20-minute turn is over, and then just poop. Just put this little round boy down, and yeah, just win. Just straight up, just fucking win the game, right? Zombie Vampire, that's spicy. Okay. So they're gonna summon my Lovely. See, the hilarious part about them stealing my Lovely, you'll see soon. But Lovely is gonna recycle Imperm. However, if Yu-Gi-Oh players read cards, they will know that it cannot be activated unless you control a Fiend monster. So if they do not control a Fiend monster, this Imperm is literally dead, right? So let's see if they're going to end their turn controlling a Fiend monster. Oh no, they no longer have a Fiend monster. Okay. Sure. Appaloosa, yep. Yep. Okay, got it. Oh, they're playing Smoke Grenade. Dude, Smoke Grenade is such a cancerous card. Whoever designed Smoke Grenade, or at least like allowed it to remain legal. Oh, they go into Changing, which is pretty good against back row. I mean, they milled my graveyard. They saw that I'm a back row deck. Yeah, Changing is very good against back row decks. So, and there's the IP. Wow, what a intimidating board. And then they're gonna recycle Ash, Maxi, and Ash. Okay, sure. Cool. Let's see what my top deck is. Labrynth, not bad. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and put this Sphere Mode boy down. So obviously we're taking out Barone, IP, and Changing because Appaloosa does literally nothing to us, right? So goodbye. Activate the field spell. Set 4. And I have Tisubu, and most of their shit is rocks, right? So I'm gonna try to welcome so I can pop. See, I mean, okay, to be fair, they did recycle 2 ashes into the deck. But the fact that they have, again, they literally sent 2 Ash Blossoms to their graveyard last turn. To be fair, they recycled it into their deck, which means they, 2 of them were not in their hand, and yet this turn they have Ash. It's pretty mind-blowing that how Ash is just glued to certain players' hands sometimes. Okay, fine. I can't use again, Ash is a minor inconvenience. I've never lost a game because of Ash. It's just like, okay, I guess this duel is just going to be slightly longer. It's going to be like 1 turn longer because of Ash. That's basically what it is, right? But Ash has never decided the outcome of a duel, right? Like it's never been decided, oh, because of this Ash I lost. That's never been the case. It's like I was going to win anyway or lose anyway. It's just a matter of did the outcome of this duel happen 1 turn sooner or later, right? That's basically what Ash does. Either just delays the inevitable. Alright, cool. So they're going to immediately access Nightmare Unicorn. They're going to... They shuffle back my field spell. What? Okay. Sure. I mean, I guess because I have a Lovely in my graveyard, I guess shuffling back this field spell sort of makes sense, maybe. But whatever. Oh, they're going to shuffle, okay, my Lovely back anyway. And they shuffle my Welcome. Access code. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and compulsory evacuation. Get rid of access code. And then Block Dragon comes back. I'm gonna TC boo, so no more rock monsters. I'll take that damage, sure. Guess what, folks? End phase, trap trick. welcome is back. I still get my welcome, so yeah. Again, only delayed the inevitable. Like, Ash didn't really actually change the outcome of this duel. So, all right, let's go into this welcome here. Grab my Lovely. Lovely will kill this Appaloosa, just because I want to start using monster effects, right? Main 2, Lovely will set compulsory. Activate Lord. You know where this is going. Like, this game is like pretty ogre, right? They can't summon any rock monsters. So, end phase, bounce Block Dragon. Chainlink 1, Lovely. Chainlink 2, Welcome. Chainlink 3, Lord. Lord sets Deck Devastation Virus. Because again, Adamancipators, bunch of little weak, low attack monsters, right? Except for the punk stuff, but like the Adamancipators are all like low. Where are they? Oh, they're all banished because they're rocks. Yeah, 600 attack, 600. Oh, I guess this guy is 19. Whatever. 1400. Even the Ishizu cards, right? 1500, 12, 15, right? Whatever. And then I get welcome back. I pop this card. They're gonna flip Lovely face down. Sure, I guess. Flip summon. Battle. Bam. Bam. Now check this out. Still battle phase. Deck Devastation will tribute Lovely. Pop 2 monsters in their hand. Oh, dude, this dude has a second grass. It blows my mind that this 60 card grass player had 2 grasses in their hand. I'm telling you, this shit is... Konami is rigging this in the programming of this game. Anyway. Alright, cool. So they got a Block Dragon, but doesn't matter. But the point is, I'm still in battle phase under TC Boo, right? So the reason I tributed Lovely is because I want to use Welcome to bring out, you guessed it, another Lovely. So TC Boo was preventing me from, you know, because I can't have 2 Lovelies under TC Boo. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, Labrynth, again, better than Crystal Beast, but definitely my favorite deck at the moment. But yeah, just wanted to throw a couple of these games in, just sprinkle a few in for y'all, just so that, you know, your thirst will be sated, at least until my next adventures of featuring Labrynth. Hopefully, I hope that next month, right, when the ranked ladder resets in April, hopefully we get Lady, because I want Lady. I'm tired of opening Lovely in my hand sometimes, or having to run 2 Lovelies. I just want my Lady. Lady is so much better. But anyway, I digress. All right, let's get back to Crystal Beast content that I know y'all are enjoying. All right, duel number 11 here, or game number 11. So this is the last Labrynth. So this is the last Labrynth matchup that I have for you guys today. So last part of the bonus segment. And I thought this was a very interesting duel because I have a hunch that my opponent knows who I am or watches this channel. So if you're a watcher of this channel, congratulations. Your replay is featured on my video and on my channel. So and you'll, once we get into this replay, you'll see why I think this player knows who I am. So we have a 60 card grass Adamancipator deck. So yeah, as you expect. And I believe I go second. So yeah, going second against grass Adamancipators that get their full board and winning, always satisfying. Always very satisfying. Although it still blows my mind that Block Dragon is still legal. Like, that card is so busted. Alright, so check out this opening hand. Alright, so we have Lord of the Heavenly Prison, Pod Duality, and 3 Solemn Strikes, baby. Alright, so remember how I said Solemn Strike is never a brick? This is one of those games that will prove that, right? You can open all 3 of your Solemn Strikes, and you can and you'll just win, or like they'll all do something, right? This is not once per turn. All 3 of these Solemn Strikes are live, right? Compare that if you got 3 Dogmatica Punishments in your opening hand. You could only activate 1 of them. How insane is that, right? No, Solemn Strike, all 3. So yeah, we actually drew the dream hand of all 3 Solemn Strikes. If I'm not mistaken, I think the probability of having a 3 of in your deck and opening all 3 copies is about 1 in 1,000. For you numbers nerds out there like me, go ahead and verify this. I'm pretty sure I've calculated this in the past. It's 1 in 1,000. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1 in 1,000 to get all 3 copies of a card in your opening hand like this. So anyway, all right. So I do go second. So the fact that I opened 3 Solemn Strikes bodes well because That means whatever monster negates they set up. They set up Barone, they set up a Borreload Savage, they set up whatever. Solemn Strike will get rid of them, right? I will not have to worry about Barone. I will not have to worry about Borreload Savage, right? So all I really need is like one more card that will clear their board, right? That will like, you know, like a Torrential, a Gozen match, like something, right? That will just wipe out their board, and then Solemn Strike does the rest. Anyway. Alright, so, sorry, so they did a bunch of rock stuff. They're running Sentry Soldier of Stone. They already got their Block Dragon, because of course they did. They grassed, right? So, yeah, always no matter how big their deck is, grass players could have an 80 card deck. They could have a 100 card deck. Grass could be at one copy. They will always open grass. So, as you've seen here, I don't think I've ever seen a grass player not open grass. It's incredible. Anyway, so yeah, they already have their Block Dragon in rotation. It still blows my mind. This Block Dragon just searched 3 cards. How insane is that? Literally +3, right? Not even including itself, that it can literally revive itself multiple times in one turn. Like, this card should absolutely be banned. I can't believe it's not banned. Alright, here's why I think my opponent knows who I am. Because they went into fucking Naturia Barkion, alright? So, Synchro 6, they could have gone into Adamancipator, the green one, right? Risen, I forget what it's called. I think Dragonmaid is the blue one, the Synchro 8. Risen is the green one, the Wind, that excavates from the deck. It's a Synchro 6, I believe. They could have gone to a lot of monsters here. They could have gone into that. They could have gone, right? But they chose to go into Naturia Barkion. Let's read. When a trap card is activated, banish 2 cards from your graveyard and negate the activation to destroy this card. My only explanation for why they would do this, because again, they did not mill any cards from my deck, so they don't know what deck I'm playing. The only explanation I have is that they know who I am, or they watch my videos. They know I play trap cards. Why else would you end on Naturia Barkion, other than maybe to, if your opponent has, if you think your opponent might have evenly matched, but if your opponent has evenly matched, you can stop that with Barone the Fleur or Borreload Savage Dragon, right? You have answers to that, so. Naturia Barkion, you're putting a monster that says, I am preparing to negate multiple trap cards, right? Not just one, multiple trap cards. So, I don't know. So Guy, if you're watching this video, if you're my opponent, and yeah, if this is you, comment down in the comment section below, because I want to know if you knew it was me ahead of time. So, anyway. So I was very surprised, but the thing is, that's the thing. This is why Solemn Strike is so good, right? Solemn Strike will negate Naturia Barkion and destroy it. Naturia Barkion is spell speed 2, Solemn Strike is spell speed 3. Therefore, Naturia Barkion cannot negate Solemn Strike, which means this card is basically useless. So people who are afraid of Naturia Barkion or the other one, you know, the Cyber Sign target, Naturia Exterio, right? Oh, what do you do against Cyber Sign and summon Naturia Exterio? Solemn Strike! That's what you do. Or if you didn't draw Solemn Strike, maybe you drew Draco Utopian Aura. Remember, Draco Utopian Aura is like Solemn Strike, but it negates monster effects on the field and destroys them, right? So you have 2 of those in your deck. You have 3 Solemn Strikes. You essentially have 5 of them. You will see at least 1 in your opening hand more often than not. So yeah, like again, don't be afraid of Naturia Barkion. Don't be afraid of Naturia Exterio. They just hard lose to Solemn Strike or Draco Utopian Aura, or if you tribute away their board with you know, Lava Golem or Sphere Mode if you're playing those, right? Anyway, yeah. So this Block Dragon just keeps coming back over and over. It still blows my mind that block like. Okay, so that's funny. So they made a Naturia Barkion, but they did not make. But they also made an Appaloosa. So it's like, wait, if you think I'm a trap deck, why bother with Appaloosa? I don't know. Anyway, so they passed. No Borreload Savage Dragon. But again, this Naturia Barkion could be a Borreload Savage Dragon instead of this. Or even like you know, the blue Adamancipator, perhaps. Well, do they have a water? Do they have the? Yeah, they have the water prank kids in their graveyard. So I don't know. Like to me, this signals to me that this guy knows who I am. All right, so let's see my top deck. So I just need. All right, so Gozen Match is already great because Gozen Match can clear their board completely, right? Gozen Match with Solemn Strike, board gone, right? Now let's do this. Let's activate Lord, just to bait the Barone. They did not take the bait. Pot of Duality. Let's see what they got. Oh, look at that. Sphere Mode, baby. Woo, let's go. Sphere Mode. Oh, I love Sphere Mode. This is one of my this is my favorite card in the game. Sphere Mode. Let's go. All right, so check this out. So I tribute Barkion, Barone, and IP The reason I do is because I don't have to waste Solemn Strikes on them, and the other monsters, like, they don't really do much. Like this Prank Kids does nothing. Appaloosa does nothing. Although they could use Appaloosa to negate my Lord, they didn't. Although in my opinion, the smarter thing is negate Lord of the Heavenly Prison when it's trying to summon itself to the field, not when it's revealing itself. So that's just my because otherwise you're just like, because I could reveal, you negate, and the next I could still try to summon, and you have to negate again. So then you're down 2 monster negates, right? So I guess it's actually optimal in my opinion to not negate Lord on reveal, unless you like you hard drew Harpy's Feather Duster and you plan to use it next turn, right? Like that would be the only time I would say negate Lord, right? Anyway, but then again, 60 card deck, like, all right, cool. So. Draw phase, goes in match. So they kept Earth, so the goodbye Appaloosa. So they're alright, cool. Now they're locked into Earth monsters. Good stuff. Monster Reborn into Barkion. Sure. So I'm gonna Solemn Strike this. The reason is because slight misplay after I flip Gozen. I think I should have summoned Lord. I need Lord on the field, right? Because otherwise, Block Dragon comes back. Yeah, they have 5,000 damage, and then my Solemn Strike is a little in trouble. So this is me correcting a misplay. So I should have summoned Lord after it goes in match. I believe I did intend to, but I think I misclicked. I right-clicked on. So if you right-click on your mouse, it cancels the pop-up, right? So I think I misclicked here. Yeah, I remember. Because I want to summon Lord, which is a 3K body that can easily run over Naturia Barkion, right? So instead, I'm just going to negate this, and they're going to Block Dragon, so I'm going to negate that as well, because I don't want them to get a free Search 3 right now, because if they do, so basically, Block Dragon has to banish 3 to summon itself, right? At some point, you have to run out, Block Dragon has to run out of resources, right? So if you allow them to search, they kind of don't. So it's like, all right, so let's look at their grave. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Earths. So they can revive itself 2 more times, right? All right, so Lord's gonna set Welcome here. So that's 1. So they have 5 Earths left. So there's another Earth here. So there's 6 Earths left. So they do summon the Tackle Crusader. Tackle Crusader is Adamancipator's searchable out to Floodgates. So when it goes to Graveyard, you can basically bounce a spell trap. However, it returns to hand, right? It does not destroy it. So they're going to go end phase. All right, I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to top deck Skill Drain. So already, this Tackle Crusader is not going to do anything, because if you bounce one Floodgate, you have to deal with the other one. So yeah, you're just wasting your time. So goodbye, Barkion. I'm going to go ahead and welcome here. I'll kill their level 2 because I don't want them to get another Excavate, right? I'll set Skill Drain, or rather, I'll reset Welcome. I'll set Skill Drain. Alright, so Sentry Soldier will return. They're going to crash this into Lovely, and then they're going to bounce Gozen Match, and then when they do, they're going to revive Fairy Tail Snow. And Snow will try to Book of Moon, Lovely, which will allow Block Dragon to run over her. But I'm going to say Skill Drain, so goodbye. So main phase 2, they go into Nightmare Unicorn. Block Dragon will get their 3 searches, so I'm not going to stop it this time because they're clearly trying to make an access code play. So I know where this is going. This is going to go to access code. Access code contribute itself for cost to pop Skill Drain. So I'm going to hold my last Solemn Strike. So again, I'm only down to 1 Solemn Strike because I misplayed in the previous. I should have summoned Lord. I would have 1 extra Solemn Strike, basically. I would not have wasted Solemn Strike on Juvenator Transverser. So I would have had 1 more, basically, if I didn't misplay. So, little misplay there. Alright, and here comes the Block Dragon. Okay, so let's count how many Earth monsters are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 Earth monsters and the 3 in hand. So they have 8, so they can revive themselves 2 more times, right? So here comes the access code. Very, very telegraphed. Solemn Strike. Goodbye. Alright, now, Block Dragon comes back. He's down to 5 Earth monsters, right? 3 in hand. Plus 1, 2. Yeah, two in the graveyard. So they're running out of resources quickly on this Block Dragon. And eventually their deck's not going to have many more targets. So I'm going to welcome. They're going to Ash. It doesn't matter. Because, you know, I already have a lovely, right? Alright, Torrential Tribute. A great card. Great card. Okay, so it goes in. So I put Lord of Defense. Just in case. Alright, so I'm going to immediately goes in. They're going to get negated. So they can't go into... so a Synchro 10 they could have gone into is Changing, but Changing is a water, so I'm locking them out here. Sentry Soldier of Stone is coming back. So Lord will kill this. Lovely will kill this. Set another welcome. Cool. Here comes another lovely. Okay. So Rock Band Xeno Guitar is going to recycle their Tackle Crusader. Fine, but again, they have 2 Floodgates to deal with. I don't think they have the resources to. So I put these 2 in defense position because I know Tackle Crusader is going to want to crash into the attack position. Lovely. So I'm going to tribute that lovely. Call spells. So call by and cross out. Okay. And then if they top deck like Harpy's Feather Duster, then... So I know they have 3 Earths in their hand. So they have 3 Earths in their hand, 2 on their field here. So 5, 6, 7. They have 7 more Earths. So this Block Dragon is eventually running out of resources. I lose Lovely, but it doesn't matter. Second Torrential. Cool. So I'm going to kill Block Dragon. Oh, they did not search. They're running out of resources. They're out of targets. So Weeping Idol is a dark, not an earth. Okay. Alright, so let's see how many earths they have left. They have 0 earths in their graveyard, 2 on their field, and at least 1 in the hand. So I think they can bring out at least 1 more time. So they're going to Tackle Crusader, bounce, goes in match. Okay, that'll allow them to go into non-earths, right? They're still skill drained. Alright, so now they're going to do a Link 5 play into Underworld Gods of the Closed World, which is going to be Torrential Tributed. So, alright, now let's see. So they have a Dark Monster in hand. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, not counting Block Dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4 Earths in their graveyard. So they can only bring back Block Dragon 1 more time, right? If they do, to try to OTK me, I have a second Torrential, right? And that means they'll be completely... Welcome comes back, and now they're completely out of Earth resources. So they go in defense position, because maybe they know I can out the... I don't know. If you had gone to attack position, it wouldn't have mattered. I would Torrential, and then you would have no more Earth monsters to bring back Block Dragon. And Weeping Idol in the hand does nothing. So, and I have a Welcome on the field now. So, and I have a Gozen match, right? Now I'm going to get the God top deck. Look at this top deck. Look at this. Labrynth, baby. Let's go. So I'm going to summon Ariana, pop Block Dragon. And then Ariana is going to swing for game. And I'm going to recycle Welcome. So, yeah. Block Dragon is so obnoxious. Please ban this fucking card. It's too brokenly good. Like, yeah, I know I won, but still. Like, I literally... had to exhaust all the Earth monsters in his deck. That's how... And look at his extra deck. His extra deck... I guess I can't go back. But it had like 4 or 5 monsters left in it, right? Because... and my guess is one of them is probably a Changing. And then he probably has a blue Adamancipator, the green Adamancipator, and maybe... I don't know. Let's say a Nightmare Phoenix. Who knows, right? But either way, they're... And actually, I think also the Earth Charmer might still be in there. Whatever. Point is, their extra deck is obliterated. Their Block Dragon literally cannot summon itself anymore. And even if it could, again, Torrential, right? Torrential will destroy Block Dragon and Ariana, but then the Labrynth field spell will revive Lovely from the graveyard. So yeah, and they're still under Eradicator Epidemic Virus. So whatever they top deck, any spells, it's not gonna help them. No Feather Dusters, no Lightning Storms. They'll get popped, right? So yeah. Anyway, 14 turn game. Yeah. So pretty interesting. So yeah, my guy, if you're watching this video, yeah, maybe you could say I got really lucky with my top decks, perhaps. But I mean, my opening hand was like not particularly cracked, so it all evened out. My opening hand was, I would say, mediocre, right? Like that opening hand by itself was kind of mediocre, especially like going second into a board that had IP, right? Maybe. So yeah. Anyway, all right. So that's the last of the bonus round. All the Labrynth replays I have for you here. Now let's get back into Crystal Beast. So game number 12, we have Crystal Beast versus Spright. Dark World No More main deck. I can dig it. With the Gamma E-Tele package. Cool, cool. Alright, let's get into this. So already my opening hand is really good. Like I can just tell you, like no monsters, but it doesn't matter. So Foolish Burial Goods will send Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, which will banish itself to get ashed. Sad. Although I wonder if I had regular Rainbow Bridge first, if they ash me here. But it doesn't matter. So I get Crystal Bond, so no ashes to deal with. Pegasus. So banish to special Cobalt Eagle. Oh, Pegasus. Get my Rainbow Dragon. Grab my Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. So I pop Pegasus. So this was a misplay. I actually should have popped Eagle. And the reason for this is because Eagle's negated, so whereas Pegasus is not. So which means I actually want Pegasus to be on. I want a Crystal Beast monster in my front row that can be popped and go to the Spell Trap Zone, because if I use that in conjunction with Conclave and Crystal Miracle, then I can get basically an Omni Negate, a special from the deck, and then 2 bounces via Conclave and Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. So, yeah, slight misplay, but yeah, so I should have popped Eagle and left Pegasus. But that's fine because I can literally special a Pegasus from my deck, right? So I'm going to shotgun Conclave, okay? So opening of the Spirit Gates, okay? So here's our normal summon. Okay, opening. So they're going to blue. I'm going to Crystal Miracle here. The reason is because, so I want to negate this so they don't get their jet, right? It'll destroy blue, and it will trigger Conclave, allowing me to special Pegasus from the deck. Pegasus will set Crystal Beast in the Spell Trap Zone, triggering Rainbow Bridge of the Heart to bounce Dark Beckoning Beast. So they will be out. They'll already use their normal summon. Unless they have Spright Starter, they will not have any more plays, right? So Pegasus comes out. Pegasus will place Rainbow Dragon and then bounce Dark Beckoning Beast. And of course they have a Spright Starter. They always do. But that's okay. They're going to get Smashers. Okay. And then they're going to scoop. So I guess, so if they try to Smashers, I chain Conclave, bounce Pegasus, and Jet to their hand, and then Smashers will fizzle, right? And then they're out of level 2 bodies. And then on my turn, I have OTK. So, yeah, they scoop because maybe they realized that how fucked they were. Like, even if they do Smashers and I don't chain Conclave, they're going to banish their Jet, and then what the hell? What play do they have left, right? Let's say I don't Conclave, right? They banish Jet and they banish one of my cards. Whichever card they banish doesn't really matter, because on my turn I have OTK regardless. So again, yeah, this deck is cracked. Even though I misplayed, I still it still turned out all right. Slight misplay. Duel number 13. We have Crystal Beast versus, what the hell is this? Oh, Utopia. Okay. ZS/Utopia deck. Alright, so my opening hand is not great because I have too many duplicate cards. Although, Crystal Conclave is not once per turn. So the effect to special a Crystal Beast from the deck is once per turn. The effect to bounce is not once per turn. So, yeah, we do run 3 of these because sometimes it's okay to have 2 of them. Anyway, I get my Eagle. Once again, I pop Pegasus when I should have popped Eagle. I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep forgetting. I guess it doesn't matter because Conclave will grab a card from the hand. So, alright. Or from the deck. Yeah, so they're going to Utopia, and then they're going to search a rank up spell because of the DS monster. And then I'm going to Crystal Miracle, pop Eagle, negate, destroy, and then Conclave will special Pegasus from the deck, which will place this here, and then they're going to scoop. Yeah. I mean, I had literally 3 more bounces I could have done, right? So, yeah. And they use their normal summon, so good luck with that. Duel number 14. We have Crystal Beast versus Floowandereeze. I still can't get over Floowandereeze players still playing this deck. Also, double Tokan, double Shree. That's so cringe. That's so cringe. They're not even playing Jack in the Box, or Jack in the Hand. So, we're literally, like, these... Alright, imagine they were not dumb, and they took out, this... They took out Gold Star, they took out Shree, they took out Tokan, and they put in 3 evenly matched. Imagine that world, right? Now imagine a world where they're running Winter Cherries, right? So let's say they take out, let's say they take out their Imperms, or yeah, their Imperms, right? Put in 3 Winter Cherries, and then they have their extra deck full of annoying extra deck monsters like Exo-Sister Michaelis, right? Or oh, I don't know, Spright, Gigantic Spright, right? Even like Spright Elf would be a good target, right? Like again, so much missed opportunity with this Flu deck. And it's just like, oh, why don't you play Flu to show people how it's done? Because they lost Barrier Statue, so Flu games are going to be a lot longer. There's not going to be instant scoop bullshit anymore. Anyway, all right, so let's see what happens here. Similar to what happens in the previous Flu matchups that some of y'all have seen. Alright, so we do go first. Rainbow Bridge, Crystal Bond, Pegasus. Let's get our Cobalt Eagle, get our Rainbow Dragon, Pegasus. Set a second Pegasus. Baguska, you love to see it. Set 2 pass, let's go. Baguska, by the way, hilariously good against Floowandereeze, but so is TC Boo, so they will imperm me, that's fine. Because I have, there can be only one, right? TC Boo? Goodbye. So battle, kill this. Main 2, let's make a Zeus. With 2 materials, just as I'm not going to use it, I just want to threaten them with it. The threat is greater than the execution. Alright. So I have a second TC Boo. But I don't think they can out this. By the way, Imperm number 2, here we go. By the way, here's how you know Imperm is a shit card. When 2 of them basically do nothing for you. It's like, oh, you Imperm my Baguska, I still have Baguska. Oh, you Imperm my Zeus, I still have a Zeus, right? So they're going to use this to shuffle back. They're going to try to book their token so they can normal summon M-Pen. I'm going to go ahead and say no to that. Like, nope. Goodbye. So they do tribute set using Tisabu, and this card is like almost definitely M-Pen. But the thing about the boss birds, right, in Floowandereeze decks, they're all low defense. So I'm going to attempt to Zeus here because I have no other cards on my field. Imperm number 3, by the way. Imperm number 3. They drew 3 Imperms. And I still have card advantage over them. Alright. So pop Rainbow Dragon, get Crystal Bond. So grab Pegasus, set this. I'm going to go ahead and bounce the map because I don't want them summoning on my turn. And then Crystal Miracle will banish to set Rainbow Dragon. So goodbye. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. So I'll normal Pegasus. Set Pegasus. Battle. Bam. Summon Rainbow Dragon. Bam. Bam. Main 2, set TC Boo. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Win the Wind Charmer. And then I set TC Boo. So the reason I did this is because some Flu players are dumb enough to not play 2 M-Pens, right? Some only play 3. Sorry, 1. So I'm stealing M-Pen because I want to make their lives harder to get M-Pen back, right? So I want them to have to search it rather than having to search Ryza or Apex Avian. Assuming they can out TC Boo, right? Because otherwise, if they have the 4 little birds, they can summon M-Pen plus Ryza, and M-Pen will set them up with Dreaming Town, right? But with stealing their M-Pen, I make it a lot harder. I'm basically forcing them. If you do go Eaglin, you have to search another M-Pen, or you just don't get to search your Dreaming Town, which I'm okay with as well. Second reason, I have TC Boo set, and I plan to flip it on their turn. Now here's the thing. I linked away Pegasus and Zeus, right? Zeus didn't have materials anymore, so whatever. Pegasus is the same, obviously is the same type as this Pegasus here. So basically, I created a Spellcaster and a Wing Beast, and then on the subsequent turn when I plan to OTK, I have a Beast, a Fairy, and I already have my Dragon. So, yeah, I'm playing around my own TC Boo by doing this as well. Even though Zeus is a machine, I get it. But I wanted to steal their M-Pen. Alright, so here's the map. So let's see if they're gonna. So I'm gonna TC Boo here. Them using. Okay, so Advent Adventure gets them the M-Pen anyway, so they do get their double search. But it was a check, right? If they not have a second M-Pen, then they're screwed, right? So, okay, they did have a second M-Pen. Okay. Yep. So they tributed my Win the Wind Charmer instead of my TC Boo, which is kind of weird. Oh, I know why. Because if they did not tribute my Win, I kill his Big Bird. So let's say they tributed TC Boo. I kill whatever Big Bird this is. I assume it's M-Pen. And then I use Win to revive it. Yeah, that's why they did not get rid of TC Boo. They got rid of Win the Wind Charmer. Yeah, Win the Wind Charmer is kind of annoying for bird players, right? Anyway. But yeah, this game is mostly over at this point. So I'm gonna, yeah, because here's what's gonna happen. I was gonna pop Cobalt, a Ruby Carbuncle, and then I was gonna use Awakening to summon Ruby Carbuncle. Basically, I had OTK is the point, right? Anyway, game number 15. We have Crystal Beast versus Virtual World. With that fucking smoke grenade of the Thief package. Dude, this card is such cancer. Whoever designed this card... so I know it's banned in the TCG, but here's the thing. If you... Master Duel people, or Konami Master Duel runners, if you're going to plan to have this card legal, errata this to say that only if your opponent pops it, right? Just to make it harder for, you know, it's such bullshit how you can pop your own smoke grenade and just... look at your opponent's hand and discard a card without them being able to do anything. In general, I am against any type of mechanic in Yu-Gi-Oh! That fucks with your opponent's hand. That is, like, removes cards from their hand, right? So, like, for example, I think card destruction is okay because it removes cards from both hands, and each player draws up the same amount. I think card destruction is a healthy card. I think that's fine. But any card that rips cards out of your opponent's hand on turn 1 before your opponent is able to play the game or do anything, I think is super unhealthy. However, I don't think Triple Tactics talent is unhealthy because you can only use Triple Tactics to rip a card from your opponent's hand when your opponent uses a monster effect. So if they hand trap you or they use a negate on you, then ripping a card out of their hand I think is fair. Oh, what about Lovely? Doesn't Lovely Labrynth pop a card in your opponent's hand? It does, but you can almost never do that on turn 1, which means your opponent can still play the game, right? Plus, Lovely's effect to pop a card from your opponent's hand is not guaranteed unless another card removes a monster from their field. So again, they get to play the game before you pop a card from their hand, right? So I'm highly opposed to any card that rips card from your opponent's hand without letting them play the game, essentially. Like Silva, the Dark World, once the Dark World support comes out, Silva's going to be a problem because they're basically going to rip 4 cards out of your opponent's hand, right? Like it's like that is just a cancerous mechanic, and it should not be in the game. Like your hand is private. Like I don't know. In general, I just don't like any decks or mechanics where it fucks with cards in your opponent's hand or deck unless your opponent has already gotten the chance to play the game, right? And even then, like, it can be out of hand. So, for example, Runick, I think is problematic because of the fact that, like, they can make your opponent banish cards from the top of their deck without them doing anything, right? Like, if it was in response to something, or if it's like, oh, okay, like, your opponent attacked, like, I think there would be a little bit more balance. But they can literally make your opponent, Runick can literally make your opponent, like, banish cards from top of their deck without your opponent doing anything. And I think that's bullshit, right? So, yeah, whoever designed these types of mechanics, I really hope you're fired and never see, just have your career end and never see the light of day ever again in this industry. But yeah, but this shit is just absolute cancer. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so really good opening hand. So you typically don't like seeing Rainbow Bridge of Salvation in your hand because this is a brick that you want to mill from your deck. But we can still make this work because of a cool little monster that I'm going to show you very soon. And I'm sure a lot of you probably already know what it is, if you're familiar with the deck at all. So anyway, yeah, so Crystal Ball got me Pegasus, Dugaris. So Dugaris is the monster. Draw 2 cards, discard 1. So I need to get this card in the graveyard because it is the biggest brick in the universe in the hand, right? So I draw 2, I discard this, and then I go ahead and banish, and then I. By the way, look look at my card advantage right now. I started with 5 cards. I started with 5 cards in my opening hand. My hand is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in my hand right now. 2 on the field, one of which was made using 2 other cards, right? It's just, the advantage is insane, right? Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, normal Pegasus. Set Pegasus from the graveyard. Pop Pegasus to search Awakening. Activate Necro Valley. So here's the thing. Necro Valley, so I know I have 2 monsters in my graveyard that I'm locking myself out of, but at this point, I have everything I need to stop my opponent from doing anything and kill them on my turn. So I don't even care that I don't have access to these 2 anymore. Because Necro Valley, Tisibu, not many decks can play through that. I can tell you that. And I have a Nominate, and I have a bounce, and I have a second bounce, right? So we'll shotgun Conclave. So Rite of Artemis here. I'm going to Maxi. Oh, for once they do not have Ash or Called By or whatever. So they're going to Draco back. I'm going to bounce a Rainbow Dragon and the token, which will get rid of Draco back. Goodbye. Yeah, they want to get rid of my Necro Valley because my Necro Valley completely fucks Virtual World. They literally cannot do anything under this deck, right? So they're gonna attempt to summon Roshi. Roshi is a psychic, so is Nian Nian. So I have this card here called Tisibu. So sorry, 1 psychic for you. So they mill Qinglong, which cannot be banished because of Necro Valley. They're gonna special this, fine. They're gonna kill Dugaris. They're gonna crash. I'm gonna summon Rainbow Dragon off that. Cool. And then this comes here, and then I bounce Nian Nian into the hand. Easy peasy. Let's go. So my draw phase was skip, but it doesn't matter because Dugars doesn't matter. They're gonna max C, fine. Ruby Carbuncle. Pegasus. Battle. Bam. 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 Pop Ruby Carbuncle. I'm gonna bounce that. And now I'm going to set Conclave. So I have Miracle, I have Conclave. Yeah, this game is pretty ogre. Beautiful Adventure, sure. Okay, sure. Yep. Okay. Right of Artemisir. Negate. Goodbye. Oh, look how sad this is. They have 2 Qinglongs in the graveyard plus the Nian Nian plus the right, and like they can't access any of it because of Necro Valley. Necro Valley is just such a good card, especially when Tier Limits comes out. Oh no, Baron de Fleur. Baron de Fleur will attempt to pop Necro Valley. I'm gonna be like, okay, no. Bounce, bounce. Yeah, I had OTK at that point. Yeah, or rather, I had game. Right. Good. So sorry, loser maker. Duel number. Where we at? 16. We have Crystal Beast versus Runick Sprites. Alright, so this is a one-turn duel, so why am I bothering showing you this? The reason I'm showing this is for those of you who may have noticed, oh, there's not as many duels in this Adventures of than the last one, is because a lot of games are just kind of like insta-scoop, where either my opponent insta-scoops because they saw my board, or I insta-scoop, right? So here's what happens a lot. I Foolish Barrel Goods, I Remember Salvation, I get Pegasus and Necro Valley, and they scoop. So if you're wondering, hey, well, how come your last video had more duels? Because a lot of this happens, right? Very little insta-scooping happens against Labrynth, right? The only time people insta-scoop against Labrynth, like, oh, I have like 2 or 3 floodgates and I flip them and they don't have back row removal, then they might insta-scoop against Labrynth. But most of the time, there's no insta-scooping against Labrynth. So I just want to show you guys, like, Necro Valley, just the existence of Necro Valley will make someone insta-scoop, especially when we have those 60-card Ishizu decks, where you have, like, Fairy Tale Snow, you have Necroface, you have, all these things can just make someone just scoop instantly. So, yeah, I don't have as many replays for you because a lot of that happens, right? Or if they don't insta-scoop, maybe I do because maybe I break or whatever. Point is, I just want to showcase you guys like what something you might often see, right? Of you get Necro Valley, you flip it, and then they scoop. Anyway, duel number 17, we have Crystal Beast versus Labrynth. Oh no, what is this? 60-card Labrynth? No, with grass. Oh my God, why would you do this? Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Dark Sacrifice? What the fuck? This is a high diamond player, by the way, playing this garbage. Oh lord. Well, like most shitty Labrynth player decks, this one is going to get wrecked really, really hard. Especially since, like, I know your deck better than you do, right? Alright, let's see what we got here. Stove Torby. They're playing the stove with, and then Dynamiscus. They got the welcome, okay. Card of Demise. Wow, they actually drew that, and they're actually playing it unironically. Okay, like this is how you know a deck is bad. A Labrynth deck is bad. So, typically, the reason I don't run Card of Demise in my Labrynth or my back row decks is because to use it, you have to have 2 things have to be true. One, you have to have space on your back row to actually set whatever you draw. 2, you have to not have good monsters in your hand that you would want to discard. So, for example, if I have Lord of the Heavenly Prison in my hand, I would never, ever, ever want to use Card of Demise because that means I'm just discarding my Lord, right? And if I'm using card demise and I don't have 4 back row already, then my deck is not good, right? Like, that's the thing. Card demise is for those decks that like it's only good in a future turn. It's never good. You never want to see card demise in your opening hand, and even in like future turns, you typically don't want to see card demise because card demise locks you out of special summoning, and a lot of these back row decks do special summon a lot, especially on like so. I don't like card demise, but the fact that they have it and they use it means you can already tell they're a bad deck. So with card of demise, so this person opened 5 cards in their opening hand, and they drew. How many did they draw? They drew 2 off of card demise, and they only ended on set 4. That's how you know for a fact that their deck is bad, right? Like set 4 is the ideal minimum amount you're setting without card of demise or pot of extravagant or any drawing power, right? That's the minimum you expect, right? Ideally, you also have Lord in hand, right? So this dude drew 7 cards, and they only ended on a set 4. That is very sad to me, right? That's how you know their deck sucks. Anyway. So I know they have a welcome and 3... Alright, so I'm going to Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. And guess what, folks? Necro Valley is going to wreck this dude because he's playing the Stove, right? And he's playing Paleozoics, which need to be recycled from the graveyard, right? So that negates that. And one of their lovelies already in the graveyard, which means that if they ever get the field spell, they're not reviving that lovely, right? So let's go ahead and use Necro Valley. I want to see if they have a response. Nope. So Pegasus into Rainbow Dragon. So bounce this card, okay. Special Eagle. Normal second Pegasus. Get my Rainbow Dragon. Battle. So I never expected to be able to OTK them because I know they have welcome. So I'm not even gonna attempt to. I'm not even gonna bother pretending I can OTK. I'm just gonna see if. Hey, are you gonna let me do 1800 times 2 plus 1400 damage to you? 36 plus 14. Oh, that's 5,000 damage. I'm just gonna see. Are you gonna let me do 5,000 damage? So they're gonna chain compulsory, and I know for a fact that they're gonna chain welcome after this because you know that's Dino Miss is gonna get negated, and then welcome. So there's a lovely. Assuming they're not completely brain dead, this is their last copy of lovely, right? If you're ever running 3 lovelies in Labrynth, you should actually like lose the right to play Labrynth. If you're ever playing 3 lovelies in your deck, even with 60 cards, I don't want to hear it. You never play 3 lovelies. This better be your last copy. So they bounce Cobalt Eagle, which is hilarious because Pegasus would have been a better bounce. They chain the Stove, and then Lovely's gonna pop Necro Valley. Cool. So all that work just to get rid of Necro Valley, and it's not even gonna matter. You'll see why. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop Pegasus. Awakening will special Carbuncle. Carbuncle will special Pegasus and Dragon. Pegasus will set another Dragon. Lightning Chidori, baby, let's go. So let's read what this card says. This card is great, especially going second. If this card is XC summon, target a set card your opponent controls, bounce it to the bottom of the deck, and then detach a material, target a face-up card your opponent controls, bounce it to the top of the deck. So look at this. Lightning Chidori is going to bounce his set card to the bottom deck, and then it's going to bounce Lovely to the top of the deck. So their top deck is going to be Lovely, folks. So they have 1 Lovely in the graveyard, 1 Lovely at the top of the deck, which will be their draw, a Stove, Torby, which is completely worthless, and whatever the card I bounce back to their hand, right? So, Rainbow Bridge, let's get me another Awakening. I'm going to just go ahead and set 3. Yeah, this game is so over. Oh, oh man, this is how you know. That's how you know how sad they're. When you were playing a control deck, like a back row deck, and you're running Call by the Grave, that's just sad. So the card I bounced is Call by the Grave. That's funny. All right, so Torby is going to set Welcome. So here's the deal, folks. They're going to top deck Lovely, which means they will have no more Lovelies to summon off Welcome. They can only summon Ariana, and their only Ariana search is like maybe Ariane, or maybe they summon Ariane. Whatever. The point is, they're never going to do anything with this Welcome because I know their only other card in their hand is Lovely once they draw it, and I have Omni Negate here. So as soon as they flip Welcome. Here's Dynamiscus, okay. So I'm going to special, and then they're going to scoop. Yeah, like, they're so, like, look at this card advantage. I have 10 cards to their 2. Or I guess 3 because they're getting their Dynamiscus. But their third card, the Lovely in the hand, is a complete and utter brick, right? So, Yeah, there was no scenario where they were winning this. Like it was just this is just a sad game. Final duel of this Adventures of video. We have Crystal Beast versus Ishizu branded or branded Ishizu. That's interesting. I would actually not play the Ishizu package in branded because it just seems asinine. Like, why would you do that? The one of it's funny how they play one pot of extravagance, but now no Allure of Darkness. Play Allure of Darkness. If you're playing branded, play Allure of Darkness. For the love of Christ, play Allure of Darkness. Anyway, all right. This is only a 2-turn game, but it's actually very interesting because of how hilariously fucked my opponent will be. I'm going second, by the way. I'm not going first. So last game I went second. This game I'm going second, right? Crystal Beast is pretty good going second because of how many the access to how many bounces and like a toolbox of Xyz monsters you have, right? All right. So here comes a Keldo. Keldo will pitch Keldo to search. Sorry. Yeah, to search Kelbeck. Branded Fusion. They send Tragedy. That's interesting. Lubellion. Kelbeck. Yep. Mirror Jade. The hilarious part about Kelbeck, they make me mill 5. I mill Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, which I want in the graveyard. So this literally nets me. And then the others don't matter because Pegasus can come back. Brandon in red. I'm like, what? Well, Brandon in red. What are you making with that? Oh, you're making Masquerade. Okay. Alright, and then, okay. Aluber will search Branded Banishment. Okay. That's the one that revives from graveyard and then does a fusion. And then, so Mirror Jade effect is gone, and then they're going to use it to set Branded Retribution. Okay. Why not set another Branded Red? I don't know. Oh, because they have no cards in hand, that's why. Alright, so on end phase, now that they've done anything, I'm going to banish Rainbow Bridge of Salvation and grab me Pegasus and Necro Valley. Necro Valley Giga Cucks branded, right? Because not only does it turn off Branded Red, it turns off Branded Banishment, it turns off Branded Expulsion, it turns off everything, right? It turns off all these Shizu stuff, it turns off Despian Comedy, it turns off Despian Tragedy, it turns off Lubellion, well, not completely, it turns off Albion, well, not completely, but again, yeah, this is hilarious. Now watch this. So I'm going second here. Look at the size of my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 cards. versus what? 1 branded Retribution and 1 branded Banishment. Cool. Main phase, Necro Valley. They're going to chain Mudora. And they're going to bounce Pegasus in my deck, which is actually better for me. So the fact that they're doing this is actually helpful to me. I'm going to activate Rainbow Bridge. So now they can't not use branded Banishment, right? So now I normal Pegasus, activate its effect, place my Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, which will trigger Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, bounce Mirror Jade. Goodbye, Mirror Jade. They're going to flip branded Banishment, which I don't know why. But yeah, that's going to get negated by Necro Valley. Goodbye. So here's the thing: they could have used Branded Retribution to negate my Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, but it would not have mattered because I just have way too many resources right now, right? So they don't do that. So I'm gonna go Lightning Chidori. Hello, good to see you. Bounce, bounce. Rainbow Bridge, baby. Let's go, Rainbow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had OTK. But if not, I have Crystal Conclave. I was gonna search Crystal Miracle, right? So basically, they were gonna have 1 card that they were gonna top deck against Omnigate with double bounce, and then I have 2 follow-up bounces via Rainbow Bridge of the Heart and Lightning Chidori. So there was absolutely nothing they could do. That's the thing. Necro Valley is so fucking good, and in fact, it's only gonna get better once Tear Laments comes out. And Crystal Beast will be even more playable than it is currently. So I was able to get to Diamond 1 with Crystal Beast without Tear Laments, without everybody playing Tear Laments. Yeah, this is a good deck. If you're an Amine enjoyer like me, you should definitely check out this deck. Yeah, most of the cards are not expensive. I think the only URs are Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, and Oh, that's not true. Crystal Beast, Rainbow Dragon are URs. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart are URs. Um, and Crystal Bond are URs. I think everything else is SR or lower. Actually, all the Crystal Beasts, the little Crystal Beasts are Rs. And I suppose the extra deck is expensive. All right, fine, whatever. It's not cheap, but I think you would enjoy this deck way more than you would enjoy Spright. Don't build Spright. Build this deck. Don't build the Ishizu or Tier Laments when it comes out. Build this deck because you're going to be able to wreck Tier Laments, especially since we have Necro Valley that's literally searchable, right? Especially since we have D-Shifter, which we can literally main, right? There's just so many things that just make this deck really good and only going to get better with time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the adventures of a Horsey boy and his beautiful, colorful, shiny friends. So yeah, so once again, there'll never be a deck list of this. It's not going to happen. So don't even bother commenting in the comments section below asking for a deck list because it's just not coming out. And yeah, the Duelist Cup is live again. So I'm definitely going to play Labrynth in that. So for those of you aching for Labrynth, more Labrynth gameplay, more Labrynth deck lists, maybe just have some patience and stay tuned. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. See you in the next video. Peace.